Only 5 years left. World Bank warns India or lose billions in opportunity. Imagine this, the world's two largest economies, America and China, locked in a trade war so fierce, it shakes the very foundation of global economics. Tariff swords are clashing, markets are engulfed in uncertainty. And then suddenly, a 90-day truce is announced. Both nations agree to temporarily reduce tariffs, creating a narrow window of calm. But in the midst of this trading ceasefire, one silent observer stands on the sidelines, India. And then comes a sharp warning from the World Bank. India has just 5 years. If it misses this chance, get ready to fall in line behind others. This isn't just news, it's a defining alert about India's economic future. A massive opportunity, but also a critical challenge. Today, we dive deep into what this means for India's position in global trade. But before that, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a major update. Let's get started. The United States and China have recently announced that, for the next 90 days, they will reduce the heavy import tariffs they had imposed on each other. China will lower its tariffs on US goods from 125% to 10%, while the US will reduce duties on Chinese products from 145% to 30%. Though this trade ceasefire is temporary, its impact could be long-lasting, because hidden within this silence is a massive global shift, the restructuring of supply chains. For India, this isn't just another piece of international news, it's a strategic opportunity. When the US-China trade conflict first escalated, companies worldwide began looking for alternative supply sources. That gave countries like India, Vietnam, and Mexico a chance to emerge as new global production hubs. Now, with this 90-day pause, the world is watching closely to see who can position themselves effectively in this new trade dynamic. In this context, the advice given by World Bank President Ajay Banga cannot be ignored. He has clearly stated that India has a narrow window, just 5 years, to fix its internal systems, streamline regulations, and eliminate trade barriers. This is the moment when India must transform its trade ecosystem to become globally competitive. Ajay Banga emphasizes that today's world is clouded with uncertainty, geopolitical tensions between China and the US, tariff wars, and trade agreements have now evolved beyond economics into political weapons. In such a scenario, if a country can emerge as a symbol of stability and trust, global investments will naturally be drawn toward it. India, right now, holds that very opportunity. According to him, one of America's greatest strengths is its low trade barriers. The average tariff in the US is around 10% or even lower, whereas in many developing nations, that number is significantly higher. India needs to take a hard look inward. Are our policies, tax structures, and bureaucratic systems still acting as traps for foreign companies? In truth, India must now introspect whether it is genuinely ready to become a global manufacturing hub. Do we possess the kind of infrastructure that can attract giants like Foxconn, Tesla, or Apple? Are our policies and on-ground systems as swift, cost-effective, and reliable as those in Vietnam or Indonesia? If you look at global trade trends over the past 20 years, one surprising fact emerges: global trade has nearly doubled in value. But the most significant insight is this: trade among developing countries has risen from 20% to 40% of global trade. This means global commerce is no longer dominated solely by wealthy nations. It is increasingly thriving among developing economies too. But when we zoom in on this intra-developing country trade, a stark reality is revealed: South Asia, our region, is lagging far behind. Even Africa, Latin America, and the Caribbean are relatively weak in this sphere. The real beneficiaries are East Asia, the Pacific, and parts of Europe. This indicates that countries like India hold a hidden potential that remains largely untapped. Ajay Banga has highlighted this very point. India must now focus on strengthening interregional trade, particularly with neighboring countries and European markets. India has recently concluded a free trade agreement with the UK and is engaged in similar talks with the European Union. If India also builds strategic partnerships with its neighbors, it could help shape a new global trade architecture with India at the center of it. India now stands at a crossroads, with two clear paths ahead. 1. To continue with its existing systems and watch as the opportunity slips into the hands of other nations. Or 2. To transform its policies, procedures, and mindset over the next 5 years to become so agile and trustworthy that global investors turn to India without hesitation. The pressing question is India ready? Are we bold enough to eliminate the long-standing obstacles that have hindered our trade growth for decades? Can we simplify the tax system, reduce logistics costs, and modernize our labor laws? Today, India's greatest assets are its youthful population, massive consumer base, and political stability. But if these strengths are not directed properly and at the right time, this golden opportunity could easily shift to Vietnam, Thailand, Bangladesh, or even Africa. The World Bank's warning is, in truth, an opportunity, a chance India must not just recognize, but seize and run with. Because if India reforms its systems in the next 5 years, it won't just be seen as an alternative to China. It could become the new core of global supply chains for America, Europe, and the rest of the world. Because until the trade war between the US and China is fully resolved, every major company will continue working on its backup plan. And if India can timely transform itself from a mere backup to the prime choice, then in the coming decade, it could not only achieve a $5 trillion economy, but surpass it. This is the moment when India must stand firmly behind its industries, digitize its MSMEs, boost investment in manufacturing, and build infrastructure that meets global standards. Today, India stands before the world's most critical question. Are you ready for the race that has already begun? A race where the finish line is a multi-trillion-dollar economy?
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources: news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.